What's up? What's happening? And welcome to what is a very dreich day here at Comrie Croft in Scotland. It's raining. It wasn't raining this hard when we planned to come here, but we've done the first climb, we're soaking wet. But today's video is all about my first ride of that brand new 12-speed Shimano SLX. We've come to Comrie Croft because it's a really great trail centre. In fact, it was voted the best trail centre in the whole of the UK. And what I really like about it is that you can do laps really quickly. So we're just going to do a few different trails around here, get a feel for the group set, and I'm going to tell you guys how I get on with it. So we're going to climb up there a little bit further, up onto a big rock face, and then we've got a nice descent through the trees. Just like that, we are back at Decision Rock after doing a really nice loop just around the outside of the croft. There's a little bit of everything. There's a few climbs in there, there's some rock slabs, some jumps, some sort of pedally bits, more technical bits. It was just a nice way to actually feel how the SLX was riding, and so far I've got to say I'm really impressed. There's not that much noticeable difference between the XT and the SLX. There's a couple of little performance differences that we're going to get into a little bit more, but right now we're going to drop into a black trail. It's a little bit more technical, it's steeper, it's rockier, and you've got to work the bike to find the flow. And I think in these conditions it could be quite slippy. So let's find out. That's the black trail done here at Comrie Croft. It was really fun. However, it's been really dry recently here, and then typically today when we choose to go filming, there's been a massive downpour and some of those rocks are super slippy, so there's a few sketchy moments in there. We're now at the top of a new section. This was built over the winter. There's some really big berms, a little tabletop jump there, and it looks awesome. So we're gonna have a little session on here. Bike is feeling awesome. Loving the brakes. I'm running the 2-piston version. There's also the 4-piston version. The 2-piston is more suited towards the Spark, I think. We're gonna drop in and have a little bit of fun. Well, we're back in the garage after what was a pretty wet, cold and miserable ride on that SLX group set. When I left the car park, it was only 4 degrees and all I was wearing was a light base layer, that jacket, and I'd forgotten my gloves, so not ideal. However, let's get on to the specifics and actually talk about the SLX group set and compare it to the XT group set to maybe help you guys make up your minds if you're thinking about going for one of them. Let's start off by talking about the gears. I was running a 30-tooth chainring up front that is also direct mount, just like the XT group set,
And on the rear, I was running the 10 to 51 tooth cassette, giving me a massive range of gears, meaning I could climb and descend down almost anything. The main difference between the two group sets here is the fact that on the XT, you've got the two top cogs are made from aluminium, and on the SLX, just the top one is. So it's just a little bit heavier, but that is the compromise that you make at that price point. The shifting of the SLX group set is very precise and consistent, which is exactly what you should expect. The main difference I did notice, however, was that it just had a bit of a faster engagement on the XT, and when we actually talk about the shifter itself, it's actually got a little sort of rubber pad that just means if it's raining or a little bit wet, you've got extra grip. However, at no point when I was out riding in those wet conditions with the SLX did I feel that I was slipping off. The SLX shifter also has the iSpec EV, meaning that you can get the shifter body really dialed in to make sure that you can hit it consistently every single time. Let's move on to the brakes now. The main difference between the SLX and the XT is the fact the SLX is missing the free stroke adjust. This just allows you to dial in the brake contact point a little bit further, but at no point did I actually feel that I needed it or was missing it. And I was really happy with the performance of the SLX brakes themselves. And I was running the 2-piston. They're also available in a 4-piston, but the 2-piston is just more suited to the Spark, being a 120 bike and more cross-country orientated. If you did want to go for something more burly, then I'd recommend going for the 4-piston, which is also available in the XT caliper too. One thing that I think will really appeal to a lot of people about these new 12-speed Shimano group sets is the fact that you've got compatibility between each one. So you could run, for example, an SLX cassette with an XTR mech and it would all work perfectly, which is something that I think is really cool, and it means that you can get your bike perfectly suited to your budget and you can customize it. So there we go. I hope that was helpful to you guys. It was just sort of a comparison of the XT and the SLX group sets and some of the features of them. Overall, I'm absolutely stoked on them, and I think that you guys will really like them too. If you've got any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Give this video a thumb up, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys out real soon on the trails for another ride along.